Allo, allo. So these are just some random outtakes from my DC interviews. This is basically a thank you to you all for helping me reach my milestone of 50 subscribers. I know that's not much, but it's pretty much the first milestone to hit. And either way, thank y'all for all the love and support you've given me. Every time I hit a new milestone, I will post videos like these. So once I hit 100 subscribers, I'll post a video of the El Salvador outtakes. Anyways, without further ado, here is the video.
But food is very delicious. In US is a hand food, but Japanese is cheap stocks. That's a different culture. Do you know miso katsu? Chicken, and fry from the hitsumabushi. Do you know hitsumabushi?
Yeah.
That is a boring eel. Seafood is very fresh.
Every state has their own mother tongue. We speak a language called Malayalam, which they don't speak in any other state. So the Malayalam language is very different. Their hello can be is like Sugamano. That's hello. How are you doing?
I don't know, I feel like DC is pretty much a revolving door because
Yeah.
I interned there and I met so many people who were also there for like 3 months and then it's like switching over all the time, so I don't know how many locals you're gonna find in DC, but everything's so connected here too. There's no public transit in Indiana and there's so much public transportation here, which I think that a lot of people coming from countries with good public transit will really appreciate. It's probably not as good as their countries, I get it. But you don't need a car at all. Because I'm living out in Manassas, which is like 12 miles from here.
Yeah.
So I had to get a little bit creative. But I take the shuttle here and then I drive to like the grocery store.
Yeah.
But the closer you get to the DC, it's more of a hub. And once you figure out like the bus line or the metro line, it's really easy.
Like, we're not like everyone else in the United States. There's so many. We got Reaction Band, we got TCB, we got so many different ones. It's like.
And real quick, could you mention, because like football, Ohio has a bit of a rivalry with another state nearby.
Yeah, so yeah, we don't really like Michigan too much in football, especially college football. So yeah, it's one game a year, just like everybody has our rivalries. Ours is with the state up north, so to speak.
There's like diners like once you go down the street, like one there and like another one there. Wow, I never realized that.
They're like mom and pop diners too, right? They're not like silver diner, they're chains. They're like actual diners, aren't they?
I think so.
What's a diner?
A diner is basically just like, I don't know, it's an all-in-one, I guess. So you get breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I think they serve it all day. You sit down, it's normally booths or like a few tables. And you can stay there as long as you want, honestly. And they're nice.
They can be nice.
They can be nice.
It's a very informal restaurant where you come and sit down. It's short order cooking, so the food comes out pretty fast. It's simple food. It's hamburgers, fries, eggs, omelets, stuff like that. It's nothing fancy. Usually they're 24 hours, so if you're out partying, you might go there afterwards to their diner.
Is Northern Virginia the same as Central Virginia?
No, political standpoints are very different. Central Virginia is a lot more right-wing, while Northern Virginia is a lot more left-wing. Northern Virginia is a lot more populated, typically higher incomes. Central Virginia is a lot more farms, very spread out. So yeah, I'd say that would be the biggest difference.
No, I was just working here over the summer and I'm going back home this weekend. I kind of thought it would be kind of like what I'm seeing, to be honest. So a lot of the movies tend to like depict it pretty well. Some parts, I guess, they like over stereotype it and stuff, but it's been interesting like walking around and going, okay, yeah, the sidewalks are kind of similar and people are kind of generally what you might think, but it's been good so far.
This place is a freedom. Japanese is very following us. But American is very different. People have opinion. Japanese is no opinion.
I came here in 1992. US is pretty good. It's like my adopted mother gave me a lot of opportunities here. What I understand is if you work hard, you can survive anywhere. You have to work hard. Yeah. If you don't work hard, you'll become poor. And you have to value the time you are in. If you're a student now, value your student life because it needs a lot of commitment and focus on your studies rather than anything else because you need to have a good career to survive because everything is getting expensive. If you want to have a family, you have to have a career, start up a family, taking care of the family, you need money. So you have to value your time while you're a student. You need to set goals for your life. So US has been good to me. I had my good times and bad times. I had to struggle during my student years. I went to Cleveland State, Ohio. So I had to work multiple jobs at that time, plus studying is very hard, especially when you don't have parents here to take care of you. So I've been through that. I survived. So that's what I tell my kids, work hard, study hard.
All right, cool. And then,
Yeah, I pretty much came here when I was 17, 1992. Now I'm a parent. My son goes to school here. I came here to drop him, pick him up. So giving him all the guidance I can.
No, este es un país bonito, es un país así de oportunidades. O sea, este país te da todo y pues es bonito estar aquí. O sea, claro, porque como te diré, como te digo, es un país así de oportunidades que lo que quiera hacer uno y si uno le echa ganas, pues lo logra y sí, es un país bonito. Es un país, la gente es muy educada, tanto hombres como mujeres, o sea, aquí la gente americana es muy educada en todo. Sí, yo lo he pasado bien, aquí llevo 10 años viviendo y todo ha sido bien.
I would say that if you think like true like Midwestern, like it would be someone from Indiana because it's kind of like it's like the crossroads of America or whatever, so you have people from all over the Midwest like coming through there, so our accents have all just melted together, and then depending on like north or south, like Minnesota versus like Kentucky, like you can usually tell.
¿Qué opinas sobre la comida mexicana en Estados Unidos?
Pues se parece, pero no es la original. Nada de lo que venden aquí es original a lo que se cocina en México. Aquí es como una copia, pero no sabe igual. Ni los tacos. Hay mucha variedad así mexicana, pero no tiene el toque mexicano.
¿Hay algún sitio aquí que nos puedes recomendar como algún sitio mexicano que es por lo menos un poco más auténtico que los demás?
Que los demás, pues podría ser de aquí de Washington solamente está el chipotle, que son burritos de carnitas, es parecido a lo de México. Ajá. Y el guacamole, que es como el de México, en el chipotle.
Oh, wow.
I think it depends on what you're comparing it to. Like, if in your mind you're like, I'm not proud to be American because Europe seems better or something like that, But then you look at the destitution in, like, Guatemala, and you're like, well, I'm pretty proud to be from America, or at least happy that I was fortunate enough to be here. Now, if you're looking at it from the social side, like, I think because we've made the most progress or something of that nature, I think it's very controversial as to what people think is the most ideal culture to have. And I actually am proud of America to say that we can talk about both sides, even though it's very hot right now, a very hot topic, but we can still talk about both sides without being persecuted. And I think just the ideals, the foundations that this country was formed on, I still think hold true, and I'm still proud of that. like freedom of speech and stuff.
I guess just for like what everything's going on right now, it's a lot that's going on with like women's rights and everything. So it's like it's kind of a hard topic to like talk upon for like everyone, I guess. But that was my reason, because it's not really the best place to come.
You're tapped into the culture.
Yes. I think my parents tried very hard to make sure I had the Peruvian experience for me, even though we live here. And I'm very happy about that. Originally, I didn't have other people in my circle of friends who really shared that, but I've been to different schools. I go here, so I meet more people who share those same interests and or backgrounds.
Have you been to Peru before?
Yes. I try to visit as frequently as my money allows me to. I really am close to my family back home, so every now and then I try to visit and take care of my grandma, or I try to work so she can come and visit us, because I highly respect everyone in my family, and I think they're a great example of who I want to be. Everyone is very kind and they're all very funny, so I can't really compete with their level of like performance socially.
There's like a random fact, every 32 seconds there's a net of one migrant who come to the US, which is interesting.
I think one huge one was going to Italy and seeing I don't know, there's a lot of peace there and a lot of happiness, and seems like a lot of love within their families, and just watching people eat and like be together was a huge thing that I think in America we're so busy and so going all the time that we don't take that time to really be together as families like they are over there. I even saw that in Thailand, like tight-knit families, that it's just, they spend a simpler life, I guess, so they get to spend more time with family.
Oh yeah, family values, keep up the family tradition, family values. What you learn at home, you're going to spread outside. So it includes character formation. You need to have a good character. How you behave in the society with your parents, your siblings, your friends, your classmates. So you have to show a good character, a good role model for your kids and your siblings. So character formation is very important. That's what is lacking in today's world because of poverty, ignorance. Mostly poverty becomes, they get uneducated. They don't get the means of education, so they go into trouble. You need to have a good character. You need to work hard, like you said. Hard work eventually will pay you off.
Because like, is it really free?
I mean, what's the idea of free though? Because if you have complete freeness, I'm not trying to say that women shouldn't have rights. Okay, I'm gonna make a point here. Okay, I say.
Just kidding.
No, but like if you have complete freeness, right? If you completely ditch the social contract that we idealized of giving up a few of our rights to have securities and freedoms guaranteed to us by the government, then you lose structure, right? So in a sense, I think we are working out some of those things that we should have worked out a long time ago, such as women's rights. Like they should be pretty well established as being the same as men's, right?
Yeah.
And the anti-persecution of LGBTQ plus, that whole movement as well, Me Too, all that. But I still think if you look at other countries, because you can't just isolate yourself, right? We're not an isolationist in this world economy. You look at the Middle East, you look at China, you look at other places where they have nowhere near the same amount of rights as we do. And just because there might be a country that has more rights or has more freedoms than us, that's one of 300 whatever countries in the world, So when you look at it in a bigger scale, you also have to compare yourself to all the countries that are below you. And the fact that we are able to recognize it and move towards progress rather than ignore it and just stay complacent with the inequities that we have in the country.